I'm Chloe, and today we will be focusing on the interesting story about the invention of the compass called Finding the Right Direction at Last. Today, we will look at a few new English language strategies that can engage your audience and be used as a tool for persuasion. We call this persuasive language. This is a type of language we use to make someone believe something or encourage them to do something. We see it in everyday life, such as in advertisements or in debates and political speeches. It's a very useful skill to acquire. So let's begin. In this series, you have learned about one of China's 4 great inventions, the compass. You were told how the idea of a compass-like contraption has been mentioned in the ancient stories of China from over 4,000 years ago with the southward pointing chariot, and how very slowly the magnetic compass came to be invented. Today you are going to use your language skills to persuade a panel of judges that the compass is the best if ever invention from ancient times, surpassing all other inventions from different nations. You might not believe this, but it's your task to make the judges believe it. You have been entered into this debate competition by your school, and you don't want to let them down. So before we get on to summarising our story today, we need to learn about some of the techniques that we can use in our conversation, which will convince the judges that China's compass is the greatest invention of ancient times. Remember this word, roariest. You know, roar like a lion. Well, you are going to be the roariest lion today. This is an acrostic word. Each letter of roariest represents a different persuasive language technique. You might have already used opinions, rhetorical questions, and superlatives in previous sessions with me. I am going to show you a table now. I would suggest that you take out your materials to make some notes, or use your mobile phone to take pictures. Let's have a look. I would like you to pay particular attention to the techniques of opinions, rhetorical questions, superlatives, and also tricolon. Make sure you have written notes about them. Pause the video if you need more time. So now let's practice using some of these for our persuasive summary. I have used the story in our book for inspiration and written a few sentences regarding the compass and finding the right direction. However, if we are going to persuade people that the compass is the best invention from ancient times, we need to add some persuasive techniques. This is the first one. There are many ancient Chinese stories that mention the southward pointing chariot. It was a vehicle which possessed a wooden figure of a man mounted on it. This man always pointed south. It's an interesting idea, but there is no real proof, so the concept remains a legend. Okay, your task is to rewrite this paragraph and include the following techniques: 1 opinion, 1 rhetorical question, 1 fact. You can also change the vocabulary to make it more varied and engaging if you wish. Take your time. Here's the boring paragraph again. Off you go. Hi, welcome back. How did you do? Would you like to see the one I wrote? Here you go. Did you know that there are many ancient Chinese stories mentioning the southward pointing chariot? Unbelievably, it was a vehicle which possessed a wooden figure of a man mounted on it. This man always pointed south. In many people's opinions, it's an interesting idea, but it's a fact that there is no real proof of the chariot's navigation system. Therefore, the concept remains a legend. Okay, here's my first example. Compare the two. Which one sounds more engrossing and captivating? The second one, right? Let's try one more. This time, I would like you to add the following techniques. One superlative, one opinion, one tricolon, one rhetorical question. The compass is a really good invention. This is because throughout time, it's been really useful for global voyages, the development of international trade and improved changes in the worldwide economy and culture. Okay, how did you do? This is my example. Again, take some time to compare the two. Which one is more engaging? Why? It is my belief that the compass is the greatest, the most impressive, and the finest invention in ancient history. It's a fact that it is known that throughout the ages, the compass was crucial for global voyages, crucial for the development of international trade, crucial for the changes which improve the worldwide economy and culture. What do you think? So, do you get the point? Adding the rawest techniques to your discussion can really improve your oral skills and will add a little spiciness to your conversations and debates. So now we have an understanding of how to employ these techniques, let's put them into practice. I would like you to summarize the story of finding the right direction at last, always considering your main aim, which is to persuade a group of judges that the compass is the greatest invention of all time. In order to help you steer your persuasive talk in the right direction, I'm going to give some points of focus. From this, you should now write your summary. You can use my example paragraphs and sentences from earlier if it will help. As always, you should aim for around 350 words and use as many persuasive writing techniques as you can. Go! Okay, how was that? It's not an easy task, so if you've completed it, you should be really proud. This is my version of the persuasive talk. Let's see what you think. Today we have boundless navigation technology to help us reach our desired destinations with ease. Can you imagine a world without them? Where would we be? It's true, we would be quite literally lost. But was it always like that? Where did this idea of navigational devices originate from? Yes, the cleverest of contraptions, the compass. I know that this is the best invention for many reasons. Firstly, mentions of its uses date back over 4,000 years. Did you know that there are many ancient Chinese stories mentioning the southward pointing chariot? Unbelievably, it was a vehicle which possessed a wooden figure of a man mounted on it. This man always pointed south. There was the story of the Yellow Emperor, the story of Duke of Zhou, and the story of Ma Jun, all of which mention the chariot. Surely these legends talking about great rulers using a compass to win battles indicate how crucial the compass was perceived to have been, don't they? Although no real evidence proves that these stories are true, what is unequivocal, what is undeniable, and what is irrefutable is that by the time of the Warring States period, 475 BC, the development of the magnetized compass had begun. The most amazing scientists gave their knowledge in order to develop the finest, the most useful, and the most convenient versions of the compass. Ideas included using polished bronze plates and spoons, sewing needles suspended on thread, and pointers shaped as fish. I can't believe that their determination to create the perfect navigation device went on for over 1,700 years. Everyone agrees. Only the greatest inventions can come from this level of persistence and effort. It is my belief that the compass is the greatest, the most impressive, and the finest invention in ancient history. And it wasn't only used in China. It was introduced into Europe around the early 1100s and became an indispensable tool worldwide. It's a fact that throughout the ages, the compass was crucial for global voyages, crucial for the development of international trade, crucial for the changes which have improved the worldwide economy and culture. So what do you think? The compass is the greatest invention from ancient history. Do you agree? You'd be crazy not to. Okay, are you convinced? Did you spot any of the persuasive language techniques? Have another look and see if you can spot any. There are at least 20. In fact, I will help you out by highlighting just a few now. But I won't tell you what type of techniques they are. Feel free to edit your summary, and you are welcome to use my ideas if you wish. Read through your first draft a few times aloud and try to use expression and passion in your voice. Today, I will not ask you to make this summary shorter. Instead, you are going to break it up into sections and use it to answer the questions I ask you as a judge. You can edit the summary however you like, but you should use persuasive language techniques in all of the answers. Here are the questions that I will ask you as a judge. Take some time to mould your answers in order to ensure they are appropriate for the questions. Once you are ready, press the play button. Hello and welcome to the greatest invention in ancient history competition. Competitor number 1, that's you. Please step forward. Please introduce yourself and the invention that you feel is the greatest invention from ancient times.
Hello, and thank you for taking time to listen to my talk today. My name is Hong, and I'm from Beijing. Let's think about this for a second. Today, we have boundless navigation technology to help us reach our desired destinations with ease. Can you imagine a world without them? where would we be? It's true, we would be quite literally lost. But was it always like that? Where did this idea of navigational devices originate from? Yes, the cleverest of contraptions, the compass.
Thank you. I'm interested to find out some more. Please tell me at least one reason why you think that this is the winning invention.
I know that this is the best invention for many reasons. Firstly, mentions of its uses date back to over 4,000 years ago. Did you know that there are many ancient Chinese stories mentioning the southward pointing chariot? Unbelievably, it was a vehicle which possessed a wooden figure of a man mounted on it. This man always pointed south. There is the story of the Yellow Emperor, the story of Duke of Zhou, and the story of Ma Jun, each of which mentions the chariot. Although no real evidence proves that these stories are true, this invention was written about in legends. However, what is unequivocal, what is undeniable, what is irrefutable is the fact that by the time of the Warring States period, the development of the magnetized compass had begun.
You have a persuasive argument, but I would like to know some more. Please explain a little about the creation of this invention.
Well, of course, it wasn't created by just one person. The most amazing scientists gave their knowledge in order to develop the finest, the most useful, and the most convenient versions of the compass. Ideas included using polished bronze plates and spoons, sewing needles suspended on thread, and pointers shaped as a fish. I can't believe that their determination to create the perfect navigation device went on for over 1,700 years. Everyone agrees. Only the greatest inventions can come from this level of persistence and effort.
Okay, you've told me about its stories and legends and how it was invented, but what impact has it had on the world?
You are aware that it is my belief that the compass is the greatest, the most impressive, and the finest invention in ancient history. It wasn't only used in China. It was also introduced into Europe around the early 1100s and became an indispensable tool worldwide. It's a fact that throughout the ages, the compass has been crucial for the advancement of global voyages, crucial for the development of international trade, crucial for the changes in world economy, and crucial for the communication across cultures. This invention changed the world and saved lives. If we hadn't known where to steer the ship, we would rarely have reached our desired destinations and people would have perished.
Wow! I never thought about it like that. My final question is this. Why is this invention special to you?
The invention of the compass began in China. This is a fact. It was, and it is, even today, an incredible piece of ancient technology. But it goes deeper than this for me. The trials during the developments have been such great examples of the Chinese character. In China, people never view something as complete. We are taught to always seek improvements, to challenge the impossible and look for solutions. This is why it means a lot to me. It represents the hard work of my ancestors. This spirit has been passed on to the new generations, and it has enabled China to lead the way in modern technologies today. So, what do you think? The compass is the greatest invention from ancient history. Do you agree?
I think you give a very good argument. Thank you so much for your contribution, and we will consider it for the finals of the competition. Well done! I hope that this lesson has given you a good introduction to persuasive speaking. We will revisit this in the future sessions, so please do keep your notes, and if you have any video of your talk, send them to this address. That's it for today's lesson. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.